It's got to be one of you. Come on.
What's up, folks? Sorry about that. A little backwards here. We're running a late night stream. Red Dead Redemption 2. This is my first time with the multiplayer, so I'm going right from the beginning. You just walked into the marshal's office if you missed it. Choosing my characters.
Okay, you head through there.
Let's see what happens. Look at those chops.
I'm gonna need your details. We're gonna need a fair record of you. Tell me everything except that you're innocent. I'd find that hard to believe. Quite a record we'll have on you. You're lucky you were caught, you know. The way the town feels about what happened, you were likely to be shot. It's a process, all right, but a necessary one. How you doing with that? Okay, then. Yep. go and get your picture took. I'll need to see your fingers, palms to you. Stay there.
Some months later. Those that don't know, John Thomas Rourke, main character of a decent series of books back in the day called The Survivalist. It's post-apocalyptic. And it's about how he is a survivalist who prepares for the Cold War.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners!
Needless to say, he has a
Officer
bunker.
Benton!
Some strange chick.
Kitchen aid staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves. What are you standing there for? Get moving. What are you looking at? Go on, get moving.
You with the hammer? And you'll do. We need to perform a work detail out in Valentine. Come on, get in. Open the gate. Come on, Milliken. Yeah!
Little Red Dead Online.
I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake.
Yeah, he is.
You like to stay calm in there.
You aren't saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up. You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education.
Good day, gentlemen.
Oh.
Don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay. Okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Wendt, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us. Come along. And you better get on this horse. Now, we ought to get out of here before the alarm is raised. Been a while since you rode a horse. No shame in that, but please. Just as soon as you can, we'll go. That's not much of an animal, but we haven't got far to ride. I waited on them moving you some weeks. I can wait a while longer. Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary, awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, and those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. Or maybe you just want to put it all behind you, forget you were in there at all. That would be fine, of course. You will listen to my mistress first. She spent a good sum getting you folks out. You owe her an audience, at least. You've been away for a while, so we'll help you get set up in the world. Then if you want to accept our offer, you can. That's more than reasonable. And freedom out on the range can wait a few moments longer, can't it? Good.
So far, I'm intrigued.
As soon as we're done, you can find your old posse. Or try and start a new one. You'll have money in your pocket to go to the store with. And there'll be chances to make more, if that's what you're after. And chances to raise hell, too, if you feel you're in the need of them. Okay. We haven't got far to go now. Just up here. There's the camp. Hit your horse. Been a while since you saw a hitching post, huh? This way. She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Horley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Horley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there. alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
your very good health. I suppose it beats dying, hmm?
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are. The people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend. Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then, Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Hawley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Oh, sir. While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk, then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief, and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck.
The sooner you do it, the sooner we'll leave you to your own devices.
Hey, get moving.
Hello. You must be Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
This is quite a
I find
story.
your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up in Cumberland Forest. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help a fellow sufferer with pertinent information. Good afternoon, sir.
okay? Okay. You're good. You're real good, friend. Here. Take this. It's a map. Just be kind. Don't kill me, please.
No, I don't know why I'm burning the bodies, but you know what? It's interesting. You didn't even have. You got 10 cents on you? Come on, dude. Alright, so I got the dead eye.
I win again. Did Horley send you, Pop? I'm Clay Davies. This is my brother, Clive. He don't talk. Maybe you two will get along better. Maybe not. Listen, I heard you wanted to earn some money. So, there's a gang of ne'er-do-wells. They are a bunch of degenerates, not good people. They're out near Cumberland Falls with a bunch of horses they stole off of me. Well, that's a lie, but they stole them off the fella I was gonna steal them off of. Maybe you could get them for me. You think you could do that for me, Pop? Oh, look. Here are your friends. Well, good. Meet me at the stable at Valentine once you have the horse flesh, and I'll pay you good. Oh, and Pop, Horley wanted me to remind you, any decent work you can find, take it. But just try to stay out of trouble. Oh, and once you give me those horses, well, after that, we'll talk again. Oh, I do so enjoy these conversations. I'm used to them on account of my brother. Let's go, Clive.
So I guess I'm not even gonna try and loot those things. We'll just get out of here. It's ridiculous. And my game just crapped out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It jumps in there. Come on, man. This game. What happens, folks, when you're impatient and tired? Now I'm gonna lose all my progress just for punishment. What do y'all think? Me, Clay Davis. Finding some players. Going in a match, Mike.
I win again. Did Horley send you, Pop? I'm Clay Davies. This is my brother, Clyde. He don't talk. Maybe you two will get along better. Maybe not. Listen, I heard you wanted to earn some money. So, there's a game.
Rock the Red. I'm gonna watch it. I just started.
You're gonna bleed to death out here.
Orley was right about you, dead right. Ain't that dandy? Get that horse hidden away, Clive, and ready to move out as soon as we can. All right. Here's the money you earned. Now listen, Horley came by and gave me a message. He said to go see your friend Cripps up at your camp. Now listen to me for a second. Any other decent horses you find, we'll buy them. Just as soon as we are set up, okay? Nice meeting you. You know what? Hold on, boy. I call him boy because I'm older. 30 minutes, he went black. Let's give our friend here back the horse. It's yours. A sign of faith and future business. If you want to buy any extras or sundries for the animal, head inside. They've got a lot available. See you soon. Come on, Clive.
Evening there.
Can't attack.
How do you get on with Clay Davies? Horrible little wretch, in my opinion. Pop this and pop that. I'd like to pop him, a slime bucket. Anyway, I've got everything set up. Well, what we have so far, place is pretty nice. I think you did a good job for you. The work. Oh, I saw Horley. Now, he wants you to come down and meet him in Blackwater when you get a chance. I think he might have some work for you. Make yourself at home. It is your home.
So I got a camp. What up, gents? Hello?
I felt it. It was just a dream. Okay, just breathe like we practiced, okay? Good girl. Okay, everything's gonna be okay. Okay? Sweetie, you need to get a little more rest. Come on. Everything is gonna be okay. Mom. Keep the door locked. Drift away. Drift away.
Detective Grayson? Amy Robot, transfer from Oakland. I'm your new partner.
Right, Captain Mansion.
It's a pleasure.
I read your file. You seem to know what you're doing. You keep doing your thing, I'll keep doing mine.
I'm your new partner. Amy Robot, transfer from Oakland. Detective Grayson? Amy Robot, transfer from Oakland. I'm your new partner.
Right, Captain Mansion.
It's a pleasure.
I read your file. You seem to know what you're doing. You keep doing your thing, I'll keep doing my thing, we'll be good.
Don't take it personally.
You need a breath mint or something?
He's been pushing off getting a partner since he got here a month ago. Some shit about his last one or something?
He's from Gotham, likes to work alone.
Gotham? Jesus. What happened to his last partner?
Gassed by the Joker. Who knows?
Welcome to Variant, where we love comics more than I can't wait to talk about one of my favorite characters ever, Nightwing. I'm your host, Aris Quinones. Shockingly, in the 5 years since Variant started, we have yet to do a History of Nightwing episode, which is crazy considering how popular he is and how much of a fan I am of the character. With that said, I couldn't be more excited to start talking about Batman's first and arguably greatest sidekick, Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing. Let me first clarify that this episode will purely cover Nightwing and not Dick Grayson's time as Robin. If you want to know more about his time as Robin, be sure to check out our History of All the Robins episode. We'll drop that link in the description. As for Dick Grayson Nightwing, he was created by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, and first appeared in Tales of the Teen Titans issue 44 in July of 1984. But that wasn't the first overall appearance of Nightwing as a character, so what was his origin? Let's take a look. The very first Nightwing was created by Ed Hamilton and Kurt Son, and first appeared in a story called Superman in Kandor, in Superman issue 158 in January of 1963. This story began in the Kryptonian city called Kandor, which was shrunken and preserved in a bottle by Brainiac. In Kandor, Superman is powerless and considered an outlaw because of a big misunderstanding. So Superman and Jimmy Olsen create superhero/vigilante identities that were inspired by Batman and Robin. But they needed names, right? So Superman used the names of his friend's two pet birds and called himself Nightwing, while Jimmy took the name Flamebird. Eventually, Batman and Robin teamed up with Nightwing and Flamebird for a mission in Kandor, and this mission was very important to Dick Grayson. Because when Grayson eventually gave up his role as Robin, he remembered the name Nightwing and decided to make it his new vigilante name to pay homage to Superman and Batman. However, after Crisis on Infinite Earths rebooted everything for the DC universe, Superman was shown to have no memory of taking on the name Nightwing while in Kandor, but rather remembers Nightwing as an urban legend of Krypton, a legend he shares with Dick Grayson. And that might sound a little confusing because that leaves us with two different origins for how Dick chose the name Nightwing, which is basically because Crisis on Infinite Earths messed everything up. But let's dive in a little deeper and take a look at how and why Grayson chose to leave the mantle of Robin and become Nightwing for both pre- and post-Crisis. Let's start from the beginning. After years of fighting at Batman's side, Dick felt that he was ready to fight alongside other heroes his own age as well. So he teamed up with Kid Flash, Aqualad, Wonder Girl, and Speedy, forming the Teen Titans and eventually becoming the team's leader. Not long after, Grayson realized that he'd grown and no longer needed Batman's help. So in order to discover his own place in the world, he decided to leave his role as leader of the Teen Titans and his role as Robin in general. But poor Dick just couldn't catch a break, because even though he was out of the hero business, he was still attacked by Deathstroke, who was hunting down the Teen Titans. And this of course forced Grayson to return to crime fighting. So he pulls a costume that he designed out from under his bed and says, "What's strange is, both name and costume are based on other people, both mentors and friends. The Batman taught me, guided me, trained me. What I am, I owe to him. What more can I say? And Superman, I grew up in your shadow too. You taught me honor, selflessness, and the true meaning of the word hero. A long time ago, you used the name I've been thinking of. It was the name from your Kryptonian heritage." And just like that, he became Nightwing and leader of the Teen Titans once more. Well, pre-Crisis Nightwing, that is. Now let's see what happened and changed post-Crisis. The revised Nightwing origin takes place in a 6-part story called Nightwing Year 1. Batman fires Dick from being Robin due to him not giving his all as Batman's partner. Not because Dick didn't want to, but because he was preoccupied with college and the Teen Titans. Batman literally says to him, "This is a war, Dick. Robin is my second, my lieutenant. Anything less than total devotion to this cause is simply wasting my time." Then he says, "I'll say it again, you're fired, Dick. Get out of my cave." Dick then ends up getting advice from Superman about what he should do next, the fallout between him and Bruce, and his future. During their talk, Superman started telling Dick about a hero on Krypton that existed way before his birth. This man was cast out of his family also, but he dreamt of justice. He dreamt of helping the weak just like Dick. Superman goes on to tell him he dreamt of showing his family that he was better than they gave him credit for. So he used his talents and his skills to fight for those who couldn't fight for themselves. After Superman tells Dick this story, Dick asks the hero's name, to which Clark says no one knew his real name. He was called only Nightwing. And of course the rest was history. Dick liked the name so much he decided to adopt the name as his new vigilante name. Thus Nightwing was born. Nightwing has had a bunch of story arcs over the years. Way too many to mention, but I'll give you a brief summary of a few of his more major events. The popularity of Nightwing made DC interested in whether readers would want a Nightwing solo series, so they gave him a one-shot in '95 titled Nightwing Alfred's Return. At this point in time, he was wearing that yellow and blue costume most of us remember from the Nightfall storyline. Anyway, the one-shot focused on Grayson going to England to get Alfred, who had previously quit as Bruce Wayne's butler and caretaker. But before coming home, he stopped a terrorist who wanted to destroy the English Channel. This one-shot became very popular and people wanted more Nightwing solo adventures, so DC gave him a miniseries in September of 1995. In this 4-issue miniseries, Dick is considering permanently retiring as Nightwing when Alfred finds family papers that reveal a possible link between the murder of the Flying Graysons and the Crown Prince of Kravia. Not surprisingly, Grayson quickly changes his retirement plans to pursue the truth. I also have to mention that the 2nd issue of this miniseries is where Dick got his now iconic blue and black costume. It was given to him by Batman's chief mechanic and costume maker, Harold. Anyway, after the huge success of this miniseries, Nightwing was finally given his own ongoing self-titled series in 1996. This new series set up a lot of Nightwing's most popular continuity, like him moving from Gotham to Bloodhaven, after which he realized that Bloodhaven was a lot like Gotham before Batman arrived on the scene, full of corruption at the highest levels of power. It seemed to be that whatever was too awful for Gotham would end up there, and he quickly finds that the city's corruption leads directly to the crime lord Blockbuster. So, Dick rented an apartment